July 7th, 1980. Evening session continued.
Occupied always with actions, because I am not able to sustain that pure I without any action. I cannot endure it because I identify with the body mind. Wrong identification.
ज्याच्यावर बोलून व्यवहार करतो तो जीवात्मा निराकार आहे ते परमात्मा.
He calls it Jivatma. Jivatma means conditioned by the body mind. That self which is conditioned by the body mind is Jivatma, occupied with the activities. And that I which is unconditioned by the body mind, the manifest, no form, no design, no shape, no name, that I is Paramatma.
In everybody.
प्रत्येक सगळ्यामध्ये का तो परमात्मा का? Yes.
या जीवात्म्याच्या साथीला परमात्मा लावा. जीवात्म्याला परमात्मा साथी तो होत.
That Jivatma is being witnessed by Paramatma. Paramatma cannot be witnessed by Jivatma. Jivatma, Paramatma is the I itself, but no identification with the body mind.
Now that Paramatma, which is the witness of Jivatma, that Paramatma is in me, is in everybody.
Is yourself only.
Is yourself only. What is it doing? Is it taking any part in the
working of the world?
In the
Working of the world.
Working of the world.
हा परमात्मा जगाच्या कार्यक्रमामध्ये भाग घेतो का? आज
कार्यक्रमात भाग घ्यावा. आकाशाला जगाच्या कार्यक्रमात भाग घ्यावा लागत नाही, पण आकाशाशिवाय जगाचं काम झालं.
हो. He says he need not participate in the activities, but without that principle, without that Paramatma, no activities can happen. Just like space, Akash. Space does not participate in any activities, but without space, no activities will take place.
परमात्मा क्रियाशील नाही. निर्मळ नित्य स्थिर आणि हा चंचलात्मा.
Paramatma is a stable entity. It is not in activity. It is something like in inaction.
Then you can
While the Jivatma is full of activities.
Yes, Jivatma is a small thing. It's in every Jeev.
In all.
It's encased in bodies. Paramatma is the real,
Yes, stable, unmoving,
and it does not. It is not engaged in any activity.
but because of that activities happen.
I know, but it is not doing any activity. Then
हे काही कार्य करत नाही. परमात्मा कार्य करत नाही काही.
क्रियाशील नाही.
नो.
त्याचा आकार त्याला काय काम करत नाही, पण आकाशाशिवाय कोणती गोष्ट हलत नाही. तो ये जो
It cannot do any activity. It does not do any activity. It cannot involve in any activity, just like the space. But without space, no activities are possible.
ये सारे ब्रह्मांड का जो चालन कर रहा है, सिस्टमेटिकली लॉफुली रिजॉल्व, नियमबद्ध है. सूरज निकलेगा तो गर्मी होगी और ये होगा. तो
पाहुण्या लेते
ये चालन ब्रह्मांड का जो चालन है, द रनिंग ऑफ द ब्रह्मांड, द यूनिवर्स, इट इज हैपनिंग ऑटोमॅटिकली बाय.
जगाचं सगळं नियंत्रण आहे, हे चालन सगळं हे आपोआप चाललंय का? ज्या अर्थी हा परमात्मा त्या भाग घेत नाही आणि नियमबद्ध चाललेला आहे. येस, स्पॉन्टेनियसली, नॅचरली, स्पॉन्टेनियसली इट इज गोइंग ऑन
बाय इटसेल्फ.
येस, आपोआप चालले.
त्याचा खर्च
नो ऑथर फॉर दॅट, नो डोअर फॉर इट, फॉर दोज ऍक्शन.
स्वप्न जगाचा कर्ता कोणी नाही. आणि स्वप्न जगाचा तुम्ही वापरता कसं.
Just as there is no author or doer of your dream world, Nevertheless, you fully employ or fully put to use your dream world.
People sometimes find it very hard to understand when this teaching comes across about how in the enlightened state we simply observe what is happening without any sense of agency or doership. And when we look at the world, there's apparent progress in the world, there is change, and certainly in the East there's been, cycles, but certainly there's a steady increase in man's understanding of his environment and his exploitation. And it's hard to understand, how there can be just simply this lack of agency or doership.
करता न असताना सगळं असं चाललेलं आहे, ही प्रगती चाललेली आहे, हे पश्चिमात्य देशात प्रगती चालली आहे, माणसाची आकलन शक्ती वाढलेली असते, हे सगळं हे समजायला कठीण पडतं. करता कसं नाही त्यांच्या मागे
मला कळणार व्यक्त असून जेव्हा तुम्ही व्यापक आहात असं कळेल तेव्हा 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 तुम्हाला कळेल. तुम्ही व्यापक आहात हे कळेल तेव्हा
दिस यू विल नॉट
तोपर्यंत तुम्हाला हे कळेल.
This you will not be able to conceive or understand or comprehend so long as you try to understand as an individual. But once you are manifest, once you abide in that Paramatman spirit, Paramatman, I am without form and distinct, then you realize what is what.
Gita, Lord Krishna says, I am the Guru. Everything I do, you are merely the agencies. You see, हर निष्काम्य कर्म करने को भी जो बोलते हैं, in my name. If you bow to me, if you give me श्रद्धा and you भक्ति और मेरा मनन करें, स्तुति करें, मेरा ध्यान करोगे, तो you will come to me. और मैं आप me, I, that I, वो अवतार थे. वो थे क्या अवतार? पहला क्वेश्चन है कि कृष्ण अवतार ये क्या? अगर थे तो भागो. If he was the incarnate, God incarnation into human being, it can be doubted. नहीं थे तो it's all right. He is speaking wrong. If he is, then we must attach some importance to what he uttered.
कृष्णाने सांगितलं गीतेमध्ये, मी सगळा करता करीत आहे, तुमच्याकडनं मी सगळं करून घेतोय, मला तू शरणी ये, इत्यादी सगळ्या गोष्टी सांगितल्या आहेत. हा कृष्ण खरोखर खरा असू शकेल का? आणि तो तर म्हणतो मी तो करता आहे.
त्या अवस्थेत त्या काळीचं बरोबर आहे. टाइम बदलला, काळ बदलला, तिथं गुप्त झालं.
Whatever he said is perfectly correct, he said. For that moment, for that stage, for that age, whatever he said was most appropriate. But the moment the time has gone, elapsed, he is also gone.
Was he अवतार थे क्या?
ते अवतार होते का?
हो.
Yes.
अवतार म्हणजे उद्भव आहे.
What is avatar?
हा फुल आहे अवतार आहे.
He is the manifestation.
नहीं, मेरा मतलब अवतार का
अवतार असं
नो, अवतार इसको नहीं बोलते. फिर हम भी अवतार हो गए, घास भी अवतार है, फूल भी अवतार, नहीं. हर कोई एनिमेट एंड इनएनिमेट, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट एनिमेट और इनएनिमेट ऑब्जेक्ट्स. ऑल दीज आर मैनिफेस्टेशन.
But in him, that's why he is great. Krishna is great. Spiritually, he was elevated. That's why he is great.
There is a difference between ordinary bhakt or guru. I am a child before this giant who is sitting near me. He is a guru, param guru. I am like an ant. He is like a mountain. Avatars are Himalayas. That is the difference.
मी एक मुंगी सारखा आहे, आपण महागुरु आहात, आणि अवतार म्हणजे हिमालय सारखा आहे.
या तुमच्या म्हणी आहेत ऐकलेल्या.
वी आर ओनली हिअर.
ऐकलेल्या म्हणीचा जो उपयोग करता गोष्ट वेगळी आहे.
you are employing the concepts which you have heard. But as a matter of fact, the factual state of affairs are quite different.
तुम्ही ऐकलेल्या गोष्टीचा विचार करता, ऐकलेल्या गोष्टी सगळ्या विसरून तुम्ही राहणार आणि विसरल्यानंतर ते जे आहे ते बरोबर तुम्ही फॉलो करा.
Whatever you have heard, you are holding on to it as the truth. But whatever you have heard will not remain as authority or as permanent. They will disappear. And then after the disappearance of everything, whatever remains, that you are, the eternity.
But that is said by the avatars also. All the avatars have said the same. And there is an eternal truth. Truths never change. The forms may change. But the truth, there is a shashvat. There are certain eternal truths. They do not change.
ते आपण सांगितलेलं अवताराने पण सांगितले असं सांगितलंय म्हणतात.
काय
आपण जे आता सांगितलं तसं अवताराने पण सांगितलेले.
पण ते सांगितलं बरोबर.
ते म्हणजे सत्य म्हणजे काय, कधी न बदलणार ते सत्य आहे.
आणि तिथे बालपणामध्ये किती बदल झाला, आता उद्या अगदी खेळणार होती त्याच्यामध्ये कोणती गोष्ट खरी प्रामाणिकपणा कोणता.
Since your childhood, you have been continuously changing. Something like a state of flux. Continuously change. No identity of yours has remained as permanent feature. Continuously has changed. And in due course you will become very old also. So where is constancy in that?
Constancy is, this is a Nashwan Sharir. This is a perishable body. It is again a Satya. It is the truth that the body is perishable. That is the truth. The Atma is unperishable, eternal. That is also true. The body is growing, it becomes old, it degenerates, it rots, it disappears. That's the truth. The statement is it. Yes, the statement is it. That is the
not
eternal.
after the statement.
No.
He is after something else.
He is
You the truth. He is after that.
Take his help to get rid of our concept. Because whatever we have read may not be true. Because it was said thousands of years ago and it has been passed on from generation to generation and it has reached us in certain form which it may not be correct. So whatever, I mean the living truth.
I'm talking individually, absolutely, because sincerely I have certain difficulties. I'm seeking clarification to those difficulties. Whatever is been said, I do not find any difference. I'm not contradicting, I'm accepting. But for instance, I do not find any difference between him and other sages. In the utterances of other sages, or in avatar, except because he is allegorically speaking, that God does not do anything. He is inactive. If he is inactive, like Akash, like this ether or sky of the void of the, I cannot accept this statement that even as Gandhiji said when he went to Bangalore, you see Mysore state, there is a record, you see the law and order in the state, policeman is there, cars are moving, if anybody commits a theft, he is arrested, waters are then let to be, gates are opened and the waters flow in the dam, electricity is put off, switched off, there is law and order. Because there is law and order in the town, that means there is some ruler who gives law and order, who controls, who regulates. Because there is law and order in that city, there is a lawgiver, there is a controller, there is a manager, there is a conductor. So this universe, which is bound by a certain law, if one day the sun does not come up, there will be chaos. The earth will perish. You will never see that if you put your finger in the fire, the fire will be cool. The nature of the fire is to burn. That is the law. So the laws of nature remain. The moment the laws change, there will be chaos. Pralay ho jayega. You see, so as long as there is law and order in the world, not only the world, the universe, where there are thousands of suns and planets, there must be a lawgiver, a controller, a conductor. If he cannot be non-doer, it doesn't appeal to, you say, to appeal to whom? To my buddhi, of course.
असायला पाहिजे ना.
होय कसं नाही चार नुसता त्यामध्ये आकाश आहे ना काय काय करतो.
He says yes, there must be some author authorizing all these activities. All these 5 elements are there. Now you take the grosser 4 elements which are in activity. But these 4 grosser elements are presided over by space. In what activity is it engaged in?
जगातल्या ऐकलेल्या गोष्टीचा काच्यातून करून तुम्हाला हातीला ब्रह्म येणार.
If you are going to inquire and investigate into the world that is observed by you, you will never reach the destination.
ऐकलेलं वर्ज करून तुला विसरून जेव्हा तुम्ही जाणार तेव्हा तुमच्या हाती तुम्ही या.
When you,
ऐकलेल्या गोष्टीवर तुम्ही तुझ्याकडे आणखी मूळ होऊन जा आणि म्हणणार शहाणे झालो.
unless you give up whatever you have heard and abide in yourself, you will not understand all this. And if you start investigating into all this manifest world and whatever you have heard, you will be more and more caught into the quagmire.
कृष्णाचा अवतार झाला तर तुझाही अवतार झालेला आहे. सांगा बरं.
Just as Krishna was incarnated, similarly you are also incarnate.
अवतार जेव्हा होतो तेव्हा कोणत्या रूपाने कोणत्या कारणाने होतो.
Now he is asking when incarnation takes place, what is the cause of that and in what form? Due to what the incarnation takes place and in what form?
And there is chaos in the world, there are difficulties, there sin increases.
जेव्हा पाप वाढतं, जगात गोंधळ माजलेला असतो.
ह्या गोष्टी ऐकू माझ्याकडे काढून टाक.
Don't tell me the stories which you have heard.
कृष्णाचा अवतार झाला तो लहान होता की नाही.
When Krishna was incarnate, was he not small?
So everybody is small when he is born. Why doesn't everybody become Krishna?
सगळेजण लहानच असतात जन्मतः.
ते लहानपण म्हणजे काय ते ओळख.
Therefore
ते
find out.
लहानपण चिन्ह चिडगुण.
When Krishna was born, he was a child. Similarly, everybody is a child. What is that childhood? What is that child principle? Investigate that and understand.
चिन्ह
The touch of that quality, child quality. Understand that. Realize that.
तुझी मुलाखत तुला कुठे का झाली कशी झाली.
When did you encounter yourself? Since when and how?
जगातली बातमी घेऊन तुझ्या ठिकाणी तू जाणार नाही. जगातली बातमी सगळी.
After collecting all the messages and concepts in the world, you cannot investigate yourself.
तो चिन्मय होता, बारीक होता झाला तेव्हा. तसं तू पण होता तेव्हा ते चिन्मय बारीक पण त्याचा जो होता तुझा होता तुझा बारीकपणे ओळख.
When Krishna was born, he was also small. He had also that touch of ironess. Similarly, you too had. Understand that. What is that touch of ironess or that touch of child in you?
तू आहे जे तुला केव्हा आणि कशाने कळलाय.
That you are. Since when did you know that you are? And with what did you know that you are?
जगातल्या गोष्टी तुला ते कळणार नाही.
If you try to employ whatever is heard, you will not never be able to understand it.
तू नवा का हे म्हणतो मग तू आहेस कसा हे तुला कुठं लावलं कुठं कळलं तू आहेस हे
You know that you are not. You know that you are not. But now you know that you are. How did this happen, this conflict? You are not and you are.
कुछ
पर्यंत जा
Go right up to this point.
तो सहज जिज्ञासा, natural curiosity was born probably everybody. It is not born in everybody. In me it must have been a little more. Some others have much more, and some by reading and by satsang of certain good people, good souls, and adhyatmic literature.
या जगातल्या गोष्टी आहेत ऐकलेल्या हे वर्ज कर तू आहे तुला कुठे कळले आणि कसे कळले तेवढं बघ.
These things you give up it. But you just find out and inquire about your own self. Since when did you come to know yourself? And how?
तुला तू आहे कोणी सांगितलं की आपल्यात कळलाय तू आहे ते
Did anybody tell you that you are? Or you came to know yourself spontaneously?
Both.
Don't
काय काय म्हणले
That means somebody told you and you started knowing.
Others also told, you also told, and it also occurred to me, kept on occurring to me, because when I read, who is it who dreams, who is it who sleeps, so it got confirmation. Yes, I said, when I am asleep, then who is it who is asleep, who is it who dreams? So and when I read it,
No, he is asking you, since when you started knowing yourself? That touch of I amness.
when I read about 15 years back, Raman
Even
Maharshi.
earlier. He wants to know in childhood.
मी म्हणतो काय तेवढं नाही
You understand clearly. You understand clearly what I am driving at.
त्यानं प्रश्न कळला नाही.
प्रश्न मला कळला नाही.
No, no.
काय कळणार
What he means to say that when did you come to know that you exist? When did you know about your existence itself?
As soon as I was born a child,
हा ते सांगते.
as soon as every child knows.
तू चाइल्ड म्हणजे काय हे बघ तू चाइल्ड होताच ना
हो.
ते चाइल्ड म्हणजे काय हे बघ जगातल्या आता सगळं बंद करून
You are a child, what are you? Investigate only this and forget whatever hearsay you have collected, whatever concepts you have collected, just give it up.
I have grasped this. I have no argument. इससे मुझे ये I have accepted it. स्वीकार है completely है.
तरी बोलतो आहे
नहीं बोलता मैं मेरा क्वेश्चन भी था हमारा.
नाही प्रश्न नाही.
Question
मी सांगतो तिथे जा
You go,
तुला जे कळलं कोणी सांगितलं की आपोआप तुला कळलं
you started knowing,
आणि जे कळल्याच्या पूर्वी तू होताच की नाही
हो.
you started,
ये समझ में आ गया मेरे.
तो ये विश्वास छोड़ दे
अच्छा, ये समझ गया.
काय का पैसा छोड़ के बोल
give up your body identity. Since when you started knowing yourself, only try to know about that.
मेरा प्रश्न दूसरा.
तो प्रश्न खोटा आहे
Give up that question because it is.
तुला काय माहिती आहे प्रश्न करायला कोणत्या ज्ञानाचा प्रश्न करतोय
There is no validity for your question.
Would it
You go to this point.
At the moment, he doesn't want you to ask any question. It means that he is driving you to the source now.
तू आहे जेवढं पुढे आहे मला तू आहे हे करतोय तुला तेवढं मला पुढे आहे तू आहे तुला ज्याच्याने करते ते ज्याच्याने मलाही करतो
He said,
तू आहे मी करते हे कशाने करते ते बघ
he is satisfied with that capital what you have got, that you know you are, I am. He wants to find out from you with what you know you are. Confine only to that area. Don't go astray. Focus only on this. You know you are. How do you know you are? Just be there.
जगातल्या ऐकलेल्या गोष्टीवरती बघायला करतो
Oh.
त्याचा काय उपयोग आहे तुला तुझ्या वेगळं आहे
He says you are doing shadow boxing, fighting with all the concepts you have collected from the world. You are fighting with that. What do you use of that?
तू आहे ते तुला कुठे कळलंय आणि कशाने कळलंय तू असण्याचं आहे.
You know you are. How did you know it? And with what did you know it? Nothing else. Quintessence of a city.
Normally it is like this, that when all your questions are answered, then what he says, it is very easy to understand what he says. And when you understand him, all your questions go. It is a vicious circle. So long as you have questions, you cannot follow him, what he says. And when all your questions are answered, it becomes very easy to follow him.
What happens? Certain valid questions and certain even reflex questions, certain useless questions also keep on cropping. So, if I do not shed them, either I do not ask or I seek some satisfaction to them, so Shanka Nivaran hoti chalayegi, they get dropped. So all those petty questions.
काय बोलतोय
त्याने प्रश्न उद्भवत असं सारखे त्याच्यावर शंका निवारण केलं बरं असतं निघून जातात ते वेळी.
ते सांगतो मी निवारण करणार खोट आहे. तू आहे जे ज्ञान आहे म्हटलं कसं आहे. तू आहे जे ज्ञानाचा तुझा संबंध केव्हा आणि कसा आला बस.
I am going to that basic question only. I don't want to deal with all those sundry questions. They are no value for me. And I am not going to reply them. What you are, how did you happen to be, and due to what you are.
आणि मी म्हटलं तुला कळते आवडते तर राहीत नाही तर तुझा जगामध्ये तू ऐकलाय पाहिलाय त्याचा उपयोग काय नाही परमार्थामध्ये. तू आहे जे ज्ञान ज्ञान आणि तू काय आहे ते वेळ ज्ञान आणि तू एवढंच बघा.
If my teachings are liked by you, you can sit. If you don't like, by all means, you can quit this place. Real spiritual seeking, whatever you have heard, whatever you have done is of no use at all. To arrive at or reach the real truth. The basic question is, since when you are, how are you, and due to what? This is to be understood. The knowledge you are has happened due to what?
ज्ञानाने जगाच्या साक्षीचं बघतो तुझं काम तू असण्याचे ज्ञान नाही.
You know you are. You witness this you are state. And this with the help of this you are witnessing the world. Stay put here only. In this you are. Just be there.
तू असण्याच्या साक्षीला तुला घडत नाही. तो म्हणजे जगाच्या साक्षीला तुला घडत नाही. आणि कशाची साक्षी घडत नाही. तू असल्या साक्षी तुला घडतो आणि नंतर मग तू असलेल्या ज्ञानाने सगळ्याचं साक्षी करतो. तिथं थांब.
First of all, you witness that you are. Then with the help of this you are witnessing the world. If you are not witnessing you are, you will not be witnessing the world also. He says, be there only. You are.
तू आहे जे तुला कळत नाही तर झालंय ते लोकांना तू आहे जे कळलं आणि तुला जाणून जातो.
When you will not know that you are, people also will not know that you are, and they will cremate you.
तू आहे जे तुला कळत नाही तोपर्यंत लोक म्हणतात तू आहे ना. तू आहे जे हे ज्याला कळत नाही त्याला तुला फेकून देतो.
So long as you know you are, then people will respect you as you are something. When you do not know you are, people will dispose you off. Yes?
Even here.
मग तिथे थांब.
Just be there only. Stay put there.
तिथं मेडिटेशन केलं पाहिजे, तप केलं पाहिजे. बरे पूर्ण सुटले.
You must do penance there only, at this point. You are point. Bereft of all concepts, all hearsay.
पुन्हा तुझे ज्ञान तो ओळखती, तेव्हा कृष्ण म्हणजे एक आहे पण तुझं ओळख.
When you will recognize and realize the knowledge that you are, you will also know what Krishna is.
कोणत्याही जगात लवकर होऊन गेले असते ते तुला तिथं कळतील. तू असलेलं ज्ञान जेव्हा तू ओळखतील.
Any number of incarnations have come and gone. But when you will understand yourself, you will realize all the incarnations. With all the selfish questions, certainly he has no energy. Therefore he hammers the main point only again and again.
देव आहे हे कळते, तू आहे हे काम बोलत नाही, देव आणि जग आहे.
Because you know you are, you know the world is, you also know the God is. If you don't know you are, where is the world and where is the God? For you.
पण तुला कळते की जगातील अवतार होऊन गेले, आता आहे पुढे होते. सगळ्या ते देवतत्व आहे. तू आहे हे तुला कळते. सगळ्या देवतत्व आहे.
There have been so many incarnations, and now you know you are. That you are is the divine principle because of which all the incarnations were.
पण एकदम आमच्याकडे आले बोललो हे ऐकल्याने आपल्या जवळ आपण.
Many people have come to me. They have listened to my talk. But rarely somebody, after listening to my talk, will go nearest to him. Will reach nearest to himself.
Rarely.
Rarely anybody. All people will listen to his talk, but rarely anyone will understand what he is really driving at. And in the process of understanding him, they will go nearer to himself, the one who listens. They will abide in themselves.
आई बाप ऐकूनच आहे, परंतु आई बापाला तुम्ही ओळख नव्हते, तुलाही आई बापाची ओळख नव्हते. हे खरं आहे का?
He said you had parents. Before the parents, you didn't know the parents. Before the birth, you did not know the parents. Similarly, the parents also did not know you. Is it correct? Wait.
आई बाप तुला ओळखत नव्हते, तू आई बापाला ओळखत नव्हता. असं सुद्धा तू असल्याचे ज्ञान कसं
You did not know your parents before the birth, nor the parents knew you. In spite of that, how did this knowledge you are sprout at that particular situation?
काय चमत्कार आहे.
What is this
आई
amazing
बाप
thing?
मुलाला ओळखत नाही, मुलं आई बापाला ओळखत आणि मुलगा काय चमत्कार आहे.
We again put the same question. The parents didn't know the child, and child also didn't know the parents before the birth. Now the child says, "Here I am." How is that?
Miracle.
एक आश्चर्यकारक आहे.
हेच आश्चर्य. आपल्याला आपण आहे हे बातमी मिळेल हेच आश्चर्य आहे.
He says, this itself is the greatest miracle that I got the news I am. I got the news I am.
तर प्रश्न कर, प्रश्न कर.
He asked me question at this particular point. You asked me questions at this particular thing. At this point you ask questions.
We'll have to speak this. I do not want that.
आपल्याला त्रास देऊ इच्छित नाही मी.
म्हणून विचार दे
By all means,
No, not today.
आज नाही विचारलं.
He wants to deal with people that these
मैं खाम बोलने के लिए नहीं बोलता हूँ. मैं सीख करता हूँ इसलिए बोलता हूँ. I do not want to just speak.
तो उगीच बोलावून बोलत नाही म्हणतो. Yes.
शंका है इसलिए उसको I want to satisfy myself.
तू आहे ही शंका आहे का
नहीं, ये प्रश्न मेरा हो गया.
Because I doubt I want to ask question instead.
तू आहे ही शंका आहे का
नहीं,
Are you doubtful that you are?
नहीं.
Have you any doubt about you that you are?
No, that is solved 2 days back.
So
यानी confirmed.
somebody admit like.
तू आहे जे कल्यापूर्वी तुला कशाची म्हणजे काय झालं होतं
Try to, knowing that you are,
My question.
what knowledge did you have?
इथं तो प्रश्न कसला करणार काय माहिती आहे तुला
What question can you put here at this point? What do you know?
माहिती म्हणजे ज्ञान म्हणजे माहिती तुला काय त्याची माहिती आहे म्हणून तू बोलणार ज्ञान ज्ञान म्हणजे माहिती म्हणजे ज्ञान
कि वो ज्ञान तो हो गया, रियलाइजेशन तो
हो गया नहीं आया
आया, मगर वो आत्मसात वो रियलाइजेशन होगा ना, होना चाहिए ना. उस साधना करके, जैसा आपने सवेरे कहा, कल भी कहा कि ये ध्यान करके इस पर हाँ रियलाइज करो. अभी समझ में आ रहा है कि आई एम दैट, मगर इस पे ध्यान करके मन करके लिव इट बी.
ध्यान नहीं कर तू आहे ये ज्ञान पकड़ के ले
Dhyan means always you have an objective. You want to consider something. Give that something. Just be.
तू आहे जे
What are that being? You are.
मेडिटेशन
Just be in the being. I am. You meditate on something. No meditating on anything.
त्या ज्ञानाला आत्मा म्हणतात. आत्मा म्हणजे आपण. आत्मा म्हणजे आपण. त्या ज्ञानाला आत्मा म्हणते आणि ते ज्ञान तू.
That knowledge I am is yourself. Abide only there.
इथं तू प्रश्न कसा करतो काय माहिती आहे तुला
How can you ask any question at this point? Because that is the beginning of knowledge.
तो फिर कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछना चाहिए. One should not ask any question, and until one achieves the goal. When one achieves the goal, the questions will be dissolved.
म्हणजे
So one
काही
should not
प्रश्न करू नये हे सगळं आकलन करून घ्यावं आणि आकलन करून घेताना प्रश्नच नसणार मग.
बस हे का माझं आमचं म्हणणं आहे
That's exactly what I am telling you.
तू तुला जाणवतोस हा काय चमत्कार आहे
What is this
जाण्याची गोष्ट
miracle?
आहे जाण्याची गोष्ट आहे की तुला जाणवतोस हा चमत्कार आहे
You know that you are is a very great miracle.
हे बोलणं जगात कोणी बोलणार नाही सांगणार नाही तिथंच आहे.
This type of talk is not expounded anywhere else.
त्याच्यावर ब्रह्म करता देव करता इत्यादी गोष्टी सांगते हे मूळ बीज कोणी सांगणार
That very source of this philosophy, the very seed of this, nobody will expound. They will tell you, you worship this God and you will get this blessing. You will be benefited in such a way. You do this and you will get that.
ये सद जाएगा ना मुझे. What will I be able to succeed in this? there must be many people who have succeeded.
मला यश मिळेल का ह्यामध्ये ते यशस्वी होईल का?
तुला सत्याची चाल असेल तर जरूर होतो आणि या जगातल्या गोष्टींची चाल असेल तर कधी होणार?
You have that, if you have really that deep urge to understand the truth, it's definitely going to happen. But if you are interested in all this objective world, and if you want to investigate into that, you will never reach it. You will never understand.
कृष्णाचा होऊन गेला, राम अल्लाचा होऊन कृष्णाचा होऊन गेला, या गोष्टीला तुला समाधान मिळणार.
By trying to learn all the history of Rama, Krishna and Christ, etc., you will not reach this.
या गोष्टीला तुला समाधान मिळणार नाही.
You will never get satisfied.
तू असला ते ज्ञान ते ओळखणार म्हणजे समाधान मिळतं.
You will have that peace and quietude when you know yourself, when you know that knowledge you are.
मोहम्मद बी झालेला, कृष्ण झालेला आहे, कृष्ण झालेला आहे, राम हे सगळे झालेले आहे. त्याच्यात तू पण झालाय. जेव्हा तू झाला ते काय झालंय बघ, कशाने तू झालाय.
The Prophet Muhammad, Rama, Krishna have come incarnations and they have gone also. But today you have come. You know you are. How did it happen to be? With what you are. Because of what you are. What is the cause of that? Find out all that.
Now, क्या पूछूं? What can I ask?
ऐकलं वाचलं त्याच्यावरून करणार तू. तुझ्यामध्ये तुला खास माहिती काय आहे?
नहीं, एक मेरा प्रश्न जो था
Your capital is whatever you have read, whatever you have heard elsewhere.
सहज जिज्ञासा भी तो होती है ना. There is a natural curiosity also without even reading.
एक स्वाभाविक जिज्ञासा असते समजून घ्यायचं.
पण ती परमार्थाची जिज्ञासा उपयोगाची नाही.
But that type of curiosity is of no use in spiritual field.
I have fallen into this spiritual ocean, and I must seek the answers. I must satisfy myself.
त्या परमार्थ सागरात मी पडलेलो आहे आणि मला समाधान माझं व्हायला पाहिजे.
समाधान तू ओळखशील तुला तेव्हा तर होईल, नाहीतर नाही ओळख. आम्ही म्हटल्याबरोबर तू तुझ्या जवळ राहा. शब्दाबरोबर बाहेर करू नको.
You have to understand what that quietude is. As I tell you, abide in yourself. Be in your own being. Then only you will get that peace and quietude.
So I should not ask any questions.
आणि प्रश्न विचारायचे नाही का?
नाही, फक्त ऐकण्याप्रमाणे होऊन राहा.
Yes, no question.
मग तुझे
Just
प्रश्न
be
आपल्यापासून
what you are.
मग सगळे तुझे प्रश्न आपल्याला सुटतील. तू तुझे ज्ञानच तुझ्याशी बोलणे. तू आहे जे ज्ञानच तुझ्याशी बोलणे, सगळं प्रश्न.
As I tell you, when you abide in your own self, all your questions will be solved by your knowledge you are.
तू तुला ज्ञान असेल की जगत ब्रह्म आहे का? तो ज्ञान तेवढं अनंत अपार आहे.
The knowledge you are is manifest beyond limits. It is spread all over, ample. If that knowledge you are is not there, where is the world and where are the gods?
ग्रंथ पुस्तकं वाचून महात्मा बनू नको.
By reading various books and listening to everything else, you cannot happen to be a Mahatma. You can't be a Mahatma. Just take that side.
We had a call.
पाय दुखतात थोडं सोडलं तर चालेल. Please next side.
Right, don't make a big fuss.
तू आज हे ज्ञान ध्यान तुझ्या ध्यानात धरून रे.
Contemplate only on that knowledge I am.
काय नको करू.
Don't concentrate on the body.
काळेमुळे तू सेवा पूर्ण कर. काळा नसताना आधी ज्ञानच आहे.
Because of the body, you call yourself a male or a female. Without the body, therefore just hold on to that knowledge I am only. Without the body sense.
तुम्हाला नामून वाकार नाही आहे. व्यवहाराकरता नामून वाकार वापरावं लागलं.
You have no name and form or design, but you have to employ name, form and design for the sake of the worldly activity.
आता याला त्याला कोणा नाही सांगणार नाही. तर भाग्याने तिच्याशी बोलतोय.
July 7th, 1980, evening session continued.
That knowledge you are, you worship that only and you go.
आम्हाला भेटण्याचा लाभ त्यांना दे ना. पण तू आज एक ज्ञानाचं ध्यान करायचं आणखी देवाचं ध्यान करू नको. त्याच्यामध्ये काय 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 घालू नको देवाला. तू तिला ज्ञानाला काय असं चालवू नको. संदेश नाही. संदेशाशिवाय तू तिला ज्ञान आहे त्याचं ध्यान कर.
You meditate only on that knowledge you are. Don't meditate on any gods. And to that knowledge you are, don't embellish it with a body.
आता हे लोक तिकडे एक आठवड्याला घालून देणार. ध्यान करणार नाही.
I will not detain people for more than a week. And I may not expound to such great details.
तुमच्यात एखाद्या पूर्णतेला जायला तयारी करून आला असेल त्याच्यात बरोबर नाही बोले आपल्या बस बाकीची त्याला मुद्दा.
If a person of a very high order, if he comes really, then spontaneously my talk will go into great detail. Effortlessly it will happen.
तुझी तपश्चर्या काय फळाला आली म्हणून तू जाऊन पोहोचला आहे.
It is because your penance have come to fruition, that's why you have come here.
तू आयडिया करायला आकार नाम रूप नाही आहे. केवळ ज्ञान.
So the knowledge that you are has no form and no name. It's only the knowledge you are.
व्यवहाराकरता नाव ठेवले. आज आपण नाव ठेवलेलं आम्ही वापरतो तेच मी म्हणतो. पण ते नाव आपलं आहे काय.
It's only for the practical purposes in the world that a name and a form is given.
मी नाव म्हणजे की आमच्या त्या दिला आलं गणवेश.
Secondly, we just go by the name. Name means myself. And to that name we are given this disguise of the body.
एकदा नाव सोडून तुझं नाव सांग.
By giving up the name which is imposed on you, tell me your name.
दुसऱ्याकडून ऐकल्याशिवाय तुझं नाव सांग.
By hearing anybody, by hearing nobody, what can be your name?
No name.
तसे काय आहे हे तुझ्या रूप मानलं आहे. आत्ताच इथे काया माझ्या रूप नाही म्हणून आणि तुझी ओळख सांग.
Similarly, you have accepted body as your identity. Right now and here, give up your identity with the body and just sit still.
बॉडी आहे तुझं रूप नव्हे. नाव आहे तुझं रूप नव्हे. आणि बस आणि आता तुझी माहिती सांगते.
Just give up this bodily identity. Also the identity with the name. And now you tell me about yourself. talk about yourself.
કેટલું વાંચીએ
That is whatever you are, that whatever you are is most appropriate.
અસુરલાની પેલી માહિતી પેલા જે કરી લેતા
That is that greatest principle that you are, about which you cannot give any information. But you are. Have you anything to ask?
Don't have any questions.
आज बहुत बोलना पड़ा आपको, बहुत तकलीफ होती है।
યોગ્ય સબ્જેક્ટ મેળવવા મને બોલાવે મને આવડશે અને હું કલ્પને બોલો રહેલા હે
It is when I get an appropriate questioner, a seeker, then I go on talking. But when people ask all random talks, irrelevant talks, I get disgusted.
मैंने वैसा किया, बात किया होगा तो मुझे क्षमा करना है।
मी असं काय बोललो असेल तर क्षमा करावी.
નહીં નહીં તે વાંચી આવ્યો
It's all I did. Whatever you said is
જ્યાં
appropriate.
સર્જાવું તું ગેલા છે તો તે બોલ્યો તો બરોબર આવ્યો જ્યાં સર્જાવું ગેલા છે તો તું જે બોલ્યો તે ખબર
So long as you are approaching towards yourself, that talk is okay. With that, if you are going towards yourself, it's already.
જ્ઞાન આવા આપણે જ્ઞાન આવા આપણે જ્ઞાન અધિક પ્રિય કાર્ય
To that knowledge I am, nothing is more lovable than the knowledge itself.
તે જ્ઞાન આપણે પ્રેમ આપણે જાય છતાં તે પ્રેમ છતાં આપણા
The love of that knowledge is knowledge itself. To that knowledge I am, the most lovable principle is knowledge itself. I am. Is it correct?
જ્ઞાન લાભ છતાં છે અનંત અમર પડેલા એવાય કર્યો
That self, that knowledge I am, has immense love for the self. The self has immense love for the self alone.
ત્યાં ચાર મન કે પ્રેમ કરતા આપણે મને દુઃખ વાળો
When that self or that love for the self is mixed up or adulterated with the body, then the miseries begin.
तो उसका you should have that realization of I-ness, isn't it?
त्या मी या जाणीवेचं साक्षात आकलन व्हायला पाहिजे, उमलन व्हायला पाहिजे. येस,
पण ते कसं होईल तेच आपण हा निश्चय घेतल्याशिवाय कसं होईल
but how can that happen unless you have firm confirmation that I am means I am only, that is I am. You must have that firm conviction that I am means only that I am, without body, mind, form.
But you're talking about
Knowledge I am only.
that I'm trying to do it, practice it.
त्याचाच मी अभ्यास करतो.
अभ्यास करणं म्हणजे आपला स्वतःबद्दल स्वतःचा निश्चय वाढवणं अभ्यास कसला करतो
When you say I am practicing that, it means you are developing your conviction. You are confirming your conviction about it. That's all, nothing else. What more practicing are you doing?
What is needed? What else is needed?
आणखीन काय करावं?
कोई Is there a technique about it?
आणखीन काय दुसरं काय आहे का?
Video?
त्याच्यावर काय आहे का जगात? त्याला जग आहे की नाही?
That itself is a technique, because of which the world is.
स्त्रीला पुढे आकाराचं नाव आहे, ऐकण्याचं नाही.
Male or female is a title of the body form, not of that Atman, not of the self.
ये तो समझ में आ गया. I understand all this. Everybody understands, and he is explaining beautifully every day. He is read it in the books. We understand it. That's why I have come.
ज्ञानाच्या संबंधमध्ये आलं, पण ज्ञानाच्या संबंधमध्ये ज्ञान आलं काय?
That is a fact.
All these things are
That is
conceived
correct.
by you.
What he is saying is correct.
July 8, 1980, morning session begins.
साधना काय करावी हे आपण सांगा.
किती दिवस येतो? किती दिवस झालं?
आम्ही 2-3 दिवस झाले.
3 दिवस तुला ऐकवायचं, तुला उत्तर मिळालं नाही? कशा करता करावं लागतं, कशामुळे करावं लागतं?
I doesn't have to really. I doesn't have to really practice what we do. Maharaj is asking, why does one have to do any practice and for what purpose? So, no practice, you get confused. When I can't do anything, मी अगदी गोंधळून गेलो आहे. सगळे सांगतात त्याला काहीतरी केलं पाहिजे. मी काय करू विचार
देवाच्या रूपाने मानला म्हणून. देव हे तुझे रूप आहे, हे जोपर्यंत तुला तू पाळून ठेवलाय तोपर्यंत तुला ज्ञान होणार.
remain confused so long as you remain identified with your body. Even your question, what is to be done, is only from the point of view of your association with the body. As an individual concerned with the body, what am I to do? That is your question. But you see, so long as you remain identified with the body, your confusion will come to you.
Intellectually it is clear, but from another side, when a realized person says everybody is realized, so it would mean I am realized, but I don't feel like this. Again, it is the person who says I don't feel like this is again
Identified with the body.
identified with the body. So I am unable to express myself.
महाराज सांगतात
झालेलं आहे की असलेलं तो वापरतोय. आत्मज्ञान झालेलं वापरतो की आहे ते वापरतो.
the self-knowledge, isn't that something which is there and which you use? Without this consciousness, you will be able to think, able to do anything. So it's already there, which you are using.
तू आहे जे ज्ञानाची ओळख काय आहे नसून तू आहे जे ज्ञान आहे. तू आहे ज्या ज्ञानाची ओळख म्हणजे ज्ञान काय आहे नसून ज्ञान आहे. हे ध्यान कर, ही तपश्चर्या कर, दुसरं साधन नाही.
This is, there is no other practice to be done except to understand thoroughly with conviction that it is this knowledge that you have which is itself the knowledge. And what you are using that knowledge as your individual body. So the knowledge itself is the one that exists. And the knowledge must remain in the knowledge. And you must remain apart from it. The knowledge that you are has mistakenly identified itself with you, the body, and you think you are the body. But you are the knowledge.
आणि कळते पण म्हणून तू असण्याचे ज्ञान आहे ते तू असुद्धा ते ज्ञान तू आहे ह्याचा निश्चय वाढव, बाकी काय करू नको.
This is strengthen your conviction that you are this knowledge, that you are, that is being, and not the body.
How can I want to strengthen, but how?
It's about meditation. It's good. Like Jnana. Jnana means the knowledge must remain in meditation with the knowledge. In the knowledge,
आपण ज्ञानाने आपण ज्ञानाला धरून ठेवलंय ध्यान आहे.
So repeat. This is what is meditation. Meditation is the knowledge I am remaining in that knowledge. To do it, the more the stronger the conviction will be.
काम झोप आणि कळते पण शिवाय तुझ्याकडे काय ज्ञान आहे.
This is other than
भांडवल काय तुझ्याकडे.
other than the waking state and the sleeping state. And the knowledge that you are. I exist. I know I exist. I have the sense that I exist. Other than that, what other capital Maharaj said? What other capital does anyone have other than merely this knowledge I am?
So, the important, of course, it is using as is changing, but still.
तू काय विचार
समजतो पण
काय विचार त्याला काय माहिती आहे म्हणून विचारता. ज्ञान म्हणजे माहिती, माहिती म्हणजे त्याला काय माहिती आहे. जाग झोप आणली आहे पण यापर्यंत काय आहे तुला माहिती. जाग आहे, झोप आहे, कळते हे आहे आणि ही अवस्था आहे. तुम्हाला माहिती काय विश्वास.
what can you base your questions on? The only thing, the knowledge you have is that you exist. Other than that, what knowledge do you have? There should be in you. And don't pretend that you are someone to add.
पण ऐकलं तेवढं ध्यानात ठेव.
This is not that
आमच्या ध्यानात ठेव.
at this stage to remain in God. To always like your mind in the form.
कोणाच्या बाकी काही विचारू नको.
He said, just keep thinking on what you have been told. Don't bring up any more questions. Remain in what you have been told.
हे तुला आवडलं तर ये नाही घेऊ नको.
And if you accept what you have been told, come here. Because you will be repeatedly told the same thing. If you have not accepted it, they say don't waste your time. पेपर लीक वगैरे करतात, न्यूट्रिन म्हणून येतात, कशात आहे.
Here got interested. That time I met Swami Chinmayanandaji. I have been listening to his lectures and I'm associated with Chinmay Mission World. And I go to Ramanashram frequently because there that Maharaj's book was given to me by Ganesh. And after reading 2 pages of that, I knew where I should come.
Have you read Raman Maharshi? Have you read both the volumes
Well, yes,
of and that?
all the time. Ramana Maharshi's books and Ramanand.
रमण महर्षींची पुस्तकाने आपली 2 पुस्तकं नेहमी वाचतच असतो मी.
आता रमण महर्षीच्या पुस्तकाचं निवेदन आणि आमच्या पुस्तकाचं निवेदन संपूर्ण.
What has been said in Raman Maharshi's book and what has been said in his book, does it tally? What?
Absolutely. Ramana Maharshi is a little distant and we get a little scared. Maharaj is punching you on the nose and talking and it's easier to absorb.
रमण महर्षी जरा लांबूनच बोलतात, पण आपण जे सांगतात ते अगदी जरूर सांगतात आणि जास्त स्पष्ट असतं.
आता तुमच्या जवळ गेल्या तुम्ही गेल्याची आता खात्री होऊ लागली.
So now you have a clear picture of your true nature and what you are.
In words, yes.
शब्दाने होय.
शब्दाने जरी होईल झालं तर पुष्कळ झालं.
This is even if you are accepted in world, this is even that is a lot risky.
शब्दाने होईल म्हणणारे शब्द म्हणतो की शब्दाने होईल म्हणणारे वेगळं आहे.
So he says, who is it that accepts what has been said in the world?
शब्दाने होय म्हणणारे
हो.
आणि शब्द एकच आहे का? शब्दाने होय म्हणणारे शब्द वेगळा आहे की नाही?
So that which accepts what is said in the world is that principle, not separate from the world.
I'm still a person with a memory. I hope to progress beyond that.
मी अजून एक स्मृती असलेली एक व्यक्ती आहे, त्याच्या पुढे जाईन अशी आशा आहे.
व्यक्ती असण्याचं कारण काय? देहाच्या मापाशिवाय तुझं माप नाही, देहाच्या रूपाशिवाय तुझं रूप नाही, म्हणून तू व्यक्ती आहे.
This is what makes you consider yourself as a person, because you have identified with yourself with the body.
व्यक्ती म्हणून करतात.
How long will this individual personality last?
या आकाराचे ज्ञान म्हणजे आपलं आकाराचे ज्ञान म्हणजे आत्मज्ञान असे असेपर्यंत व्यक्ती म्हणता येईल. पण आकाराचे ज्ञान म्हणजे आपण झालं की व्यक्त करू.
So this individuality will remain so long as the identification with the body remains. But once there is a first conviction that you are not the body, then that individuality is lost.
I want to leave that fellow here when I go down. I tried.
व्यक्तित्व इथं आपण जे सांगता ते ऐकून खाली जाताना व्यक्तित्व इथं सोडूनच जाईन अशी आशा करतो मी.
व्यक्तित्व
इथंच सोडून बाकी
व्यक्तित्व सोडणं एवढं साधेच आहे की देहाचं रूप आपण नव्हे आणि देहाचं रूप आपण नव्हे, म्हणजे केवळ व्यक्त आहे ते आपण आहे. या व्यक्ताला आकार होत नाही.
This is the simplest thing. So as soon as you have this conviction that you are not the body, then you automatically, instantaneously become the total manifest.
व्यक्तत्व आपणच आहे ना. व्यक्तत्व जे आहे ते आपणच आहे ना. जे व्यक्तत्व आहे ते आपण आणि त्या व्यक्तत्वाला जे दुसरे भासते ते वास्तविक आपण नाही. ते व्यवहार रूप आहे. ते व्यवहारचं ते व्यवहार रूप आहे. व्यक्तत्व म्हणून जे आहे अवलोक आत्मबोध आपण आहे असा ते आपण.
This is, as soon as you leave your individuality, then you become the total manifest. But whatever is totally manifest, even that is apart from yourself. Your true being is apart from even that which is totally manifest. And this individuality within that total manifest, you think so long as you identify yourself with the body.
तो केला का ध्यान करता?
Have you done any meditation?
Very little. My sadhana is poor, but all the time I'm involved in the subject.
साधना अशी म्हणजे ध्यान असं जास्त केलेलं नाही, पण त्याचं वाचनातच जास्त आहे. वाचन करून विचार करणं याच्यावर जास्त आतापर्यंत ते जास्त झालेलं आहे.
व्यक्तित्व नसताना ध्यान आणि ज्ञान कोणाला म्हणावं? आपलं व्यक्तित्व असताना ध्यान आणि ज्ञान कोणाला म्हणावं?
When there is no individuality, then what will you consider the one who meditates and the meditation? Who meditates on what? When this individuality is not there.
सगळे जगामध्ये ध्यान करण्याची प्रथा आहे. सगळे करतात. पण ज्ञानाने काहीतरी धरून ठेवतात. ज्ञानाने काय धरून ठेवते करायचे ज्ञान? ज्ञानाने नाही. ज्ञानाने धरून ठेवून जायचे ज्ञान.
So Maharaj explains now that people talk of meditation very freely. But what do they really do? They use their consciousness to concentrate on something other than the consciousness. That is not dhyana. Dhyana is when this knowledge, this consciousness that I am, meditates on itself and not on something else other than itself. When this consciousness meditates on itself, that is dhyana.
on itself formlessly. But when we,
Knowledge has no form in anything.
for us, when the I am turns on itself, it gets qualified with form again because that's the way I am to myself now.
ते म्हणजे हे पचतं, पण ते काय होत होतं म्हणून मी ध्यान करायला बसलो तर हे मी हे देह मी जे आहे ते ध्यान करायला बसलो हे विसरणं फार कठीण जातं, फार कठीण होतं. आपण सांगता ते पटलं, पण ध्यानाला बसलो की मी म्हणजे हे देह ते ध्यान करायला बसलंय हे विसरणं कठीण. आपण असल्याची आठवण देह म्हणजे आपण असल्याची आठवण हे बाजूला केलं जातं. हो, देह ही आपण असल्याची आठवण हे बाजूला केलं जाईल. म्हणजे आठवण म्हणजे ज्ञान आपण हे धरून ठेवतो. Therefore, if you sit for meditation, the first thing to be done is to understand that it is not this body identification which is sitting for meditation, but it is this knowledge I am, this consciousness which is sitting in meditation, and it is meditating on itself. When this is firmly understood, then it becomes easy. आपण त्याला समाधी असे म्हणतात. आपण त्याचे ज्ञान आपल्याचे हेच झालं मिळून गेलं त्याला समाधी असे म्हणतात. That is samadhi. When this consciousness, this conscious presence merges in itself, then it is samadhi. म्हणे मन बुद्धी चित्त इत्यादी जी भाव आहे ते सर्व सम होऊन एकात्मता झालेली असते. त्या ठिकाणी समाधीला बसलो आहे ध्यान करतो इत्यादी बाबत नाही, त्याचं नाव समाधी. That is samadhi, or that state is samadhi. When this mana, buddhi, chitta, whatever names have been used, they get merged in it, merged in that state, and even the knowledge that I am meditating gets lost, or that also gets merged in that state. आपलं स्वरूप आपण म्हणून असलेलं ज्ञान ज्ञानामध्ये गुण आहे. आपण असलेले ज्ञान आपण तुमच्या ज्ञानामध्ये मिळून नकात्मकता झाली. Now, what is this consciousness? It is the thought, the concept that I am, that I exist. That thought, that conceptual feeling that I exist also disappears and merges in the beingness itself. So this conscious presence also gets merged in that knowledge, that being. That is samadhi. समाधीचा अनुभव वाढत गेला की आपण असलेल्या ज्ञानाला ज्ञान निर्माण होते. हो, आपण असलेल्या ज्ञानाला ज्ञान प्रकाश निर्माण होतो आणि हळूहळू त्याला सगळं चलाचलाचे ज्ञान होतं. पण फक्त त्याला व्यक्तित्व मात्र नसतं. व्यक्तित्व आहे ते प्रचंड व्यापक आहे असा अनुभव असतो. ज्यांनी समाधीचा अनुभव घेतला आहे. And when this state of samadhi, which may be momentary in the beginning, gets longer and longer, then that knowledge unfolds itself and begins to have the knowledge of everything movable and immovable. And that knowledge begins to know itself. केवळ कुठे आत्मबोध आहे हे अगदी वाजवी आहे, अगदी योग्य आहे. ते मला तुला असा त्याचा अर्थच नाही त्याचा आत्मबोध आहे असं त्याचा अवलोक भोगतो आहे.
That state is called samadhi when beingness, that is knowledge I am, merges into itself in an oblivious state. This means stabilizing and merging in itself. In this state, the various aspects of the mind, that is mind, memory and intellect, also merge and unify. When thus periods of samadhi extend longer and longer, profound knowledge unfolds itself in the beingness, that is, in the knowledge I am, and all knowledge relating to the animate and inanimate world also sprouts intuitively in the consciousness, that is, beingness. This state has no personality or individuality. It's a state of manifestation, vyaktatva only, which gives rise to the all-pervading experience, that is, vyapakatva. In this state of experiencing, only consciousness prevails, that is, only conscious presence is felt, and there is no I and mine or you and yours.
And ultimately what happens? This conscious presence, it starts with saying that this conscious presence I am, that is the individual body. Ultimately what happens is the conscious presence alone remains. That is, there is just conscious presence, not I or you or something. It is total presence. That is total manifestation. It's total presence, not I or you or any individual, but conscious presence as conscious presence. प्रायरहित असलेले जे ज्ञान एक आपण म्हणजे आत्मा बाहेरच्या ख्याती ईश्वर आहे, ब्रह्म आहे, अमुक आहे, तमुक आहे, ख्याती नाव आहेत ते. पण मुळामध्ये काय आहे, केवळ आत्मज्ञान आपण आहे असे जाणवणारे ज्ञान आहे. त्या ज्ञानाने सर्व भूषण केलेली आहे. This consciousness which is within the body and therefore had mistakenly assumed that it is the body, but whereas it is only conscious presence without any individual aspect, gradually realizes its true nature and then considers itself conscious presence with total manifestation, and all individuality is lost. आपण ज्ञानाची ओळख झाली की स्वार्थ पूर्ण झाला, स्वतःचा अर्थ लागला. स्वतःचा अर्थ जे बिंदू लागला तिथे स्वार्थ पूर्ण झाला. मग अशा मनाच्या विचार इत्यादी कल्पना आपण पुन्हा झाल्या मावळ. And in that state, Maharaj said, what happens? He uses the word swartha. Swartha is selfishness, that is oneself, individual. And also swartha means swa-artha. Swa is self and artha means knowledge. So what starts as selfishness individually, that is the identification with the individual, ultimately becomes knowledge of the self. What starts as selfishness ends in knowledge of the self. Based on this, if there are any questions, ask them. But please understand that when you ask these questions, ask them on the basis that you are not the body mind, but that you are the conscious presence.
Maharaj is describing two aspects of meditation of the art. First is this concentration of consciousness in itself, in the sense I am. And then from that standpoint, only then can the conscious being observe what it has identified itself with and free itself from all these gross and subtle identifications. Asking, is this the case?
ध्यान केल्यानंतर मग त्या ज्ञानाला समजून येतं की मी देहाशी जो संबंध जुळला होता तो खोटा आहे आणि मी देह नाही आणि मी व्यक्ती नाही, व्यक्त आहे, हे त्या ज्ञानाला समजून येतं. येस.
I sometimes come up against that during the course of meditation, very powerful forces that are quite mutable, yet released in your body, like shake sometimes, other times, there are visions or psychic senses. And all one, I understand from Maharaj, should do during these times is just hold to the sense I am and try to observe what is happening, even though it can tend to distract you very strongly from this sense of presence.
You want confirmation?
I don't, I just want his instruction on it. Otherwise, we're doing this in isolation.
So, आपण सांगितलंय ते समजलं आणि करतोय, पण त्याला पुन्हा एकदा बरोबर मी करतोय ते बरोबर आहे की नाही ते बसलो असताना परत मध्ये मग दृश्य दिसून येतं, असतं भासतं किंवा मग देहामध्ये गरमपणा येतो किंवा जरा थंडी आल्यासारखी होते. हे सगळं महाराजांनी सांगितलं की त्याच्याकडे लक्ष द्यायचं नाही, जे काय होतंय ते फक्त पाहायचं आणि त्याच्यामध्ये आपण बुडून जायचं नाही. साक्षीत्व घडते, साक्षीत्व करावं लागत नाही, कसं राहायचं साक्षीत्व घडतं ते बघत राहायचं, ह्याच्यातून काही लाभ मागायचा. दॅट इज ट्रू, एक्सेप्ट दॅट अंडरस्टँड दॅट यू आर नॉट डुईंग द विटनेसिंग of whatever happens, shaking with the body or the visions that come. He said, you merely look at them, but understand that you are not looking at them, you are not witnessing. Witnessing also takes place. And just be in your meditation, and whatever is to be witnessed, witnessing takes place. Don't even involve yourself in the witnessing either. Don't be totally apart. Bola, I said, you ask anything you want to ask.
Define the role for yourself.
Like you said, don't take any role at all. सांगितलेलं पटलं म्हणतो, नाहीतर मी त्याचं साक्षीत्व करतो हा विचार सुद्धा येऊ नये. आणि साक्षीत्व घडतंय ते घडतंय. आता ऊन पडल्याने चालतो आपण साक्षीत्व करतो घडतंय. So he said there is daylight outside. Well, we see it. We don't make a point of no, I am seeing the daylight there. So we are not witnessing. Witnessing takes place automatically. No, asking in English.
When we read Gita, it was always, you do everything, but you don't wish for result.
Yeah.
Wish calm. In every action, it should be like that. When you want to start, say, God realization, even that is a selfish motive. You want to, start doing something for us. Then how it is nishkam. We start with that motive only that we want to realize something.
Yes.
For our next take karma, we want to go to our next birth and we do all the good things. And it is also to gain something.
बाई म्हणतात हे सांगितलं जे काय करायचं ते निष्काम काही परत मिळालं पाहिजे असं न धरून काम केलं पाहिजे. हे लौकिक शब्द आहे. जे काय करायचं त्याच्या आधी आपण काय कळल्यानंतर हो आणखी वेगळं काय करावं लागतं आपण सगळं आपण महाराज anticipated the birth that he hasn't allowed me to, but he gives you the answer in this way, that all this, that do with the birth without any benefit, he said those are all worldly words used for the worldly people. But once you understand what Maharaj has been telling you, and once you have understood your true nature, then the question doesn't arise of what is to be done. Because he said everything is happening. Maharaj's whole teaching was everything that is happening independently. So there is no you do any work. Once you understood this, the question doesn't arise, even of asking for moksha. Because there is no vyakti. And once this vyakti has been given, after you become vyakta, and even the vyakta realizes that it is only an expression of the vyakta. Then all this is only worldly words or worldly advice given to worldly people. But once you have understood what Maharaj is saying, even that is to be left out.
straight to the root of the matter. He doesn't tackle the anything on the top. He goes very straight to the root of the matter.
सायंटिफिक ज्ञान वेगळं आहे,
हाँ,
साधकाचा वेगळा आहे आणि सिद्धांत वेगळा आहे.
you start as a mumukshu, that is all right. Then you become a sadhaka. That means you do some practices because you think practices have to be done. But when you understand the knowledge and you understand the knowledge, both these steps have been transcended. So what has been given to the mumukshu and sadhaka doesn't apply to you. When you accept this knowledge for what it is, straight away and direct.
चैतन्यमय आत्ममय आहे हे जाणला तो साधक आणि ते जाण्यानंतर हे सगळं मिथ्या आहे जाणला तो सिद्ध.
Vyakti is the mumukshu. When that has been given and you accept that you cannot be a part of the total manifestation, but you are the total manifestation, then it is the sadhaka. But when you understand that this itself is an illusion and a dream, then you have become the jnani. If you understand what it is, that is your center of seeing has changed totally from the phenomenal center to the noumenal center. So that your center of viewing things itself has changed.
झाला जो सिद्ध गुरु झाला त्याला मिथ्या भास आहे आणि साधक आहे तो चैतन्यमय आहे
Maharaj repeats, the mumukshu and the sadhaka, they realize that this is very nice and I am the total manifestation. But the Siddha Purusha knows that even if it's all nice and enjoyable, or not so enjoyable, all of it is in any case a mithya. It is a dream, it's an illusion. And when that is clearly understood, he becomes a Siddha.
कर्माशयाच्या आशयाने आहे, जगभाशयाच्या आशयाने आहे. साधक चैतन्यमय आहे, सिद्ध गुरु अनन्य आहे.
Maharaj explains it in another way. He said the mumukshu is mumukshu is the first step. That is, the preparatory.
परमार्थ वांछिता तो मुमुक्षु.
The one who has started to want Paramatma is the mumukshu. He is still he says the stage of the Garbhashya. That is, he still identifies himself with the body, but wants to know something. Then the sadhaka is the seeker. The seeker then understands that he is not the body, and that he is the total manifestation. And the siddha, then he understands that he is quite apart even from this consciousness, that he is apart from even the consciousness, and stands apart from the consciousness as the ultimate, as the absolute.
What did Maharaj say about Chaitanya?
The mumukshu is Garbhashya, that is the body. The sadhaka becomes his Chaitanya, that is, he is the total manifestation.
नाहम में हो साधक, देव मुमुक्षु है, नाहम देव साधक है.
Sadhaka is Deho, that I am the body. Then this sadhaka, he says, Na Deho, I am not the body. But then what? Then I am the total consciousness, the total manifestation. Then the Siddha says that I am not even born. What is born is not me. I am not even born. So I have nothing to do with whatever is sensorially perceptible. Any questions? Point of various ways that if you accept yourself as a phenomenon and see things from the phenomenal center
whatever is, whether your direction is forward or backward, it is still a phenomenal center. But once that center is changed from the phenomenon to the nominal, that is, then the whole way of seeing things totally different. Then both these stages of the books and they seek both are wrong. And you see things from an entirely different point, a totally different center. Always not.
Different in that space. What Janma? Solve the whole problem. Meaning what? But I am all pervading. I am not born with the total India. That is the best command.
डॉक्टरना फार पसंत पडला पण अजन्म म्हणाला मग जन्म झालेला नाही मग हे सगळ्याचे प्रश्नच येत नाही म्हणाले काय कोणाचा आहे सिद्धार्थ आहे Doctor liked the idea, you see. Doctor liked the idea of the Ajanma. He said, that's very nice. I'm not even born, so I'm totally apart. He says, he has accepted it very happily. Then Maharaj says, yes, but to whom does it apply? Only to the Siddha who has understood it with conviction. There isn't any doubt at all. And therefore, all his actions will be based on that understanding. Any actions will not lead him.
Pati of Maharaj's love is telling us all this by having the same faith in him as he had in his Guru. We have to strive. And we will. I will.
महाराजांना जशी